What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into this episode of English Turks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. And it's time for our midweek update. If you have not yet done so, please click that like button for the YouTube algorithm and click that subscribe button and that bell button so you know every time I post. And of course, that's every 2 to 3 days. Now, as I told you guys before, I am splitting the update into 2 parts. So every 2 to 3 days, I'll be posting an update for the Dizzies that I've been watching that have just recently aired. And that way, it makes it easier to get everything in. So let's talk about the Dizzies that I have watched. It's Thursday, but I haven't watched the Dizzies that aired on Wednesday. So let's go backwards a little bit, back to last week, because I never talked about Dogdagoon that aired last week. And I just have to say, guys, like, it was a bit intense. Like, Mushke is really pushing the limits, and you know what, I'm kind of happy she ended up home alone. Like all she had was Banal left. Like, how disrespectful can you be that on the day of this man's divorce, you had the audacity to suggest that he go ahead and get engaged to Banal? I mean, she was really out of line for what she did. She was it was just wicked. Like, how wicked can you actually be? Like, really? And for Banal to stand there and act like she doesn't know what's going on and she's trying to feign like she's clueless and she just wants to be there for her kid. Come on, girl. But I guess the heart wants what the heart wants. As for Zainab, I mean, I understand why she divorced Mehdi, but I guess she's going through the motions. So I was a little disappointed in her when she had to go out of her way to say hi to them because they were in the restaurant, and I guess that's nice. But when you get a divorce, come on. I think the part that really upset me was when she went out of the courtroom. First, she was shocked that he said, yes, he's agreeing to this divorce. But second, like, when she's like, may it all be for the better. Like, really? And then she shakes his hand like, man, I don't know. I've seen some people get divorced, and I get it. Theirs is not a volatile divorce. But in a way, it kind of was. And she did all this to push him away and, to show jealousy because he's sitting at a table with another female. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's too fresh. It was a little disappointing, but too fresh. But I'm glad everything's out in the open with New and Jemile. And I see in the next episode that actually aired yesterday, they're actually going to be getting married. So I'll be watching that probably later on tonight or tomorrow morning. And I'll see what happens with their wedding, because it looks like Zainab and Mehdi are gonna dance with each other, so we'll see. But I did post a podcast about my full thoughts on it. Now let's talk about Menagerie Miata. I haven't seen the episode posted and not even the English subtitles, and I think in part it has to do with the fact that Ashen, who plays Dijale, and Denise, who plays Barish, both ended up getting COVID, and so they've been out of work. They're not able to work, but I think Dennis had it already, and so he's almost done with his treatment, and Ashen has a little bit more to go. So I heard through the grapevine, I don't know how legit this is, I heard that the girl that had came that one time when Dijale was saying she was going to leave, that girl's going to end up filling in for Dijale's spot until Dijale can get back. Obviously, Dijale's not going to go anywhere. She's very well loved by fans, and this girl is obviously not going to be able to replace her. But you never know. They may make it that she ends up working for Serkan, this girl that's, keeps getting thrown back and forth. First she gets the job, then Dijale comes back so she doesn't get the job, and then another, so maybe she might end up being upset and then deciding to go work for Serkan's company, because obviously that's going to be one of their new nemesis. So we'll see what happens. Haven't seen the episode, waiting for the episode. Love that show. Let's talk about Sefrin Kizzy. Obviously he proposed to her. She wants a grand wedding. I mean, that's all good and dandy. I just think that the person playing Akin's sister, I feel like she's in a rock and a hard place trying to figure out what's truth, what's not truth. And so she does end up finding a way to, drug both the ladies at the house, Elvan and her, drug Nade and Elvan and try to get the truth out of them. But obviously both men are at the door. They're gonna fight, so it's gonna delay them. But who knows, will the commotion startle her so she doesn't get the information out of Nade that she wants? Who knows? But I think one of my favorite parts of this episode is that Kariman actually shows up and he sees Ceylan, and I'm praying to God that his heart is a little bit touched by the baby, because he does kind of have a soft heart. So I'm hoping that if he realizes there's a baby, then he's going to take Ceylan out of the household, because Ceylan doesn't want to give up that baby, and she really doesn't want to give up Kariman either, and she can tolerate his behavior, and that's going to be what he needs, because how many women is he going to find that's going to tolerate his behavior and that person knows their business? Like, who knows? So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is going to work out horrible for Menagerie, which I don't even know what she's still fighting for. She found out that they're actually going to get married, so what is she fighting for? Like, really, what is she fighting for? And the same thing, and I'm also happy that Khaleesi, which is Serkan's mom, Sanjar's mom, I'm happy that Sanjar's mom is getting like all the stuff that she pours out on everybody else. She's getting it from the old aunt, and I think that it's well worth it. She needs to get pushed down a few notches, so I'm kind of happy for that. But yeah, it was a great episode, that one this week. I did post a podcast for that one, so you could check that out in the links below. And now finally, let's talk about Masumla or Partmani. I mean, this is the show of the shows of the shows of the shows, guys. I absolutely love this show, and the ratings have been just climbing. But I think this week the reason why those ratings went up is because we saw that still shot that they posted on their YouTube official channel of Gulben in this like outfit that she would never wear. Hold on, let me drink some tea because I have my chai today. Oh, it's still super hot. That picture of Gulben, I'm telling you guys, it is absolutely the reason why probably so many people in Turkey decided to tune in to see what would take her out of her comfort zone to be looking like that. Now, obviously, she's just imagining herself doing all this dancing and stuff. And in this episode, her and Safiye were like really at odds, and it was difficult for them. How do we navigate this? Now, obviously, Gulben felt like she cooked a good meal for her father, but he obviously didn't enjoy it. And poor Han having to try to navigate all of their emotions, especially with Gulben just going off the ringer. And for the shocker at the end of the episode, for her to show up at Asat's door, it was bad enough that he embarrassed Asat and Han on live radio. Thank God everyone that's listening doesn't know who it is, but Ezra and Injay know who it is, and I'm sure the granddad's listening. He'll probably know who it is, maybe, I don't know. But it's like really weird. Like, how could you do that? Completely embarrass your brother. But I guess, on one side she feels like she was done wrong, and so I don't know, it's gonna take a lot for them. I think they just need to give her that tough love. She was crying and sad about it, and she got over it, and then Asat went and confused her thoughts again, so he just has to be mean to her. Like, that's the only way she's gonna get it. I feel bad saying that, but honestly, that's the only thing that's gonna solve this problem. Now, that's the shows that I've watched so far in this midweek update. I haven't watched yesterday's shows, which was Dog Dagoon that aired yesterday. And there's also Sefrin Kizzy that moved their show to Saturdays now. So, I mean, that evenly spreads everything out. Chojik Luke is also on Saturday, and I haven't been watching it recently. So I have to catch up on like 3 episodes, so that's 6 hours of TV that it just feels like so overwhelming. So that's why I haven't reviewed it lately. I will try to do my catch up, but until I do, I will catch you guys in the Facebook groups. I'm gonna enjoy this chai, and I'll chat with you guys in the next video. Bye.